That was weird over yesterday. It was like, oh, I saw something really early on. Someone just posted R.I.P. Bob Saget. And I'm like, what is this? Like a joke? Like it's someone that looked like Bob Saget, or, Rob Saget died, a guy from fucking Russia or something, and they always do that. And they go, oh, R.I.P. And then I actually went hours before any of the news really got out. I went and looked. I looked up Bob Saget. I went to news, and there was nothing about it. And I was like, oh, okay, it must be, some goof. And then later on, someone's like, Bob Saget died. Like, oh, no. Bob, 65? He's 65 years old. And so everybody had their little tributes. And I posted earlier, it's like the biggest realization I had about Bob Saget's death is that he apparently took a picture with everybody. Everybody has a picture with Bob Saget. That motherfucker didn't turn down a goddamn picture with anybody. But I guess it's, a testament to how nice he was. And the guy was very nice. I don't think anyone has a mean story. You weren't like, oh yeah, that fucking Saget. Let me tell you what this asshole did. Like, I don't think anyone's got a mean story about it. I know Levy posted something. He goes, I came up, I said, hi, I'm a big fan. He grabbed me by the back of my neck and threw me on the floor. It's like, that's hilarious because everyone's got a nice story. That was fucking funny. Very good, sir. But yeah, just the consummate nice guy. He did our virus tour back in 2006, was it? Somewhere around there. 6, 7. And he was fucking great. He's just a very personable, nice guy. You know what's fucked up? He was a tall motherfucker. Like, Bob was a tall guy. And so recognizable from his #1 rated TV shows back in the day that he really couldn't go anywhere without throngs of people coming up to him and wanting pictures and autographs and just to say hi. I think it's easier for some people to slink away, put on a baseball cap and some glasses or something. But when you're that tall, people will instantly just look at you because you're tall. And then they'll be like, oh, that's Howard Stern or Bob Saget or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. One time I was on a flight, LA to New York, and Bob Saget's on the plane. And I get off the fucking plane, and he goes, I think I'm doing your show tomorrow. Like, oh, you are the Opie and Anthony show. And he was just so nice. We walked down to the old baggage carousel together. And the amount of fucking people that came up to this guy, it wasn't a second that went by that someone wasn't coming up to this guy and, taking a picture, saying that. And the whole way, just a smile. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, yeah. That's so good to hear. Thank you. Whether he went home later that night, locked himself in a room and screamed the N-word at the top of his lungs, I don't know. That's what I do to relax. But, just a really nice guy, funny motherfucker, and respected by the people in show business and the comedy community, if you want to call it a community. They all hate each other. So all the comics were coming out on various social media platforms and saying how, what a great guy he was. He had just done something with Gilbert, I guess, just done an interview with Gilbert. He had his own podcast. And there were so many people on it, famous people, like really A-listers and whatnot. And he was starting a new tour around the country. He had just gotten done doing a show in Orlando, I think, or Jacksonville, and then he was going to Orlando. They found him in a hotel in Orlando. And of course, everybody's like, what was it? That's what everyone wants to hear. What was it? Amyl nitrate poppers and a butt plug? Come on, give us something steamy. But I don't know. Apparently, he had a history of heart disease in his family, and maybe that was it. Who knows? I don't think it's all that important, quite frankly, unless it was the vaccine. Then it's very important. If the vaccine took Betty White and Bob Saget, That would be crazy. The vaccine killed Betty White. I'm just going to say it. She got a booster shot recently. She lived 99.9 years. Or is it 0.11? Oh, of course, it's point. I don't know. And then she drops dead. So I don't know. He had a joke about vaccines, Bob Saget. I know that. So on his podcast, he talked about, well, I went to get my booster shot, but it's like a setup for a joke, so you can't really tell if he did get his booster shot. So I don't know. But again, I don't care. Whatever. Someone asked me where my picture was of Bob Saget, so I posted the one that E-Rock had sent me. Drunkenly rambling backstage to Bob, who I think was also drunkenly rambling. So it was what it was. Way back in the day, 2007. Oh my God. Look at that. He's like, yeah, please shut up. Could you shut the fuck up? Shut up, Anthony. Shut up. Yeah. Because God, if he keeps talking, I'm going to die in 2022. Oh, there we go. With the great Jim Norton and Greg Opie Hughes. Greg hiding his face like, I'm too famous. Don't photograph me. Dude, it's our own show. You're backstage at your own show. Yeah, I don't know, man. I like my privacy. I don't really. Take pictures of me, please. There he is. The virus tour. This is really when everyone first started going, oh my God, he's filthy. The Aristocrats were another one, obviously. But this was, he'd sing songs about fucking the Olsen twins. And where was that? Jones Beach? Jones Beach Theater, right there on Long Island. Yeah, fun fucking, another one of the strike them off the list. Patrice, Otto and George, Bob Saget. Who else? You got anyone else? Oh, boy.
I have a story about Bob Saget that isn't exact. It's not that bad, but so I was working at a PlayStation theater, and he had a set there, and my office was right next to the VIP lounge where he was green rooming. And he kept coming into the office, and he was like super nervous, and he's like, "How's the crowd tonight?" Like I would know, like I'm sitting at my computer or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like coming back and forth, and he's like, "Do you have any tissues?" And it's like, give him a tissue off the desk, and then he takes it, and he's like about to walk out, and he says, "There should be a garbage can right here," and he just throws the tissue on the ground, like the dirty, snotty tissue on the ground in the corner, and he walked out. I was like, "Fucking Danny Tanner, what the fuck, man?" But I mean, that's it.
Did he give you COVID back in the day?
Yeah, before it was cool.
He gave you that sounds like kind of like a joke.
Yeah, it was like
there's like a prop joke.
It was like kind of funny, but I was like, come on, man, now I got to pick up your dirty tissue.
Now I got to pick it up.
Yeah.
But he probably thought you'd take it home and save it.
Yeah, and jerk off with it.
You could save it. You could have cloned a new fucking Danny Tanner with it. Get some of those cells out of there and clone him. Bring him back. That's something. Yeah, that was really unexpected. He didn't seem sick or anything. That's another thing that gets you that's so weird when people don't after a long illness. He was battling. If you're battling something, that's another sign. That's like, oh, yeah, okay. Oh, I remember they talked about this 6 months ago. They said, Alex Trebek. You weren't like, oh, what? Alex Trebek died? But that was and Betty White's the same thing. Days earlier, there's video. Betty White, hi, I'm waiting for my 100th birthday. So excited to be. And then, it's just a ticking time bomb. So who knows? I'm sure they'll go through everything, and we'll all know soon enough what killed Danny Tanner.